One idea. It breaks everything we believe. Imagine sitting in class, watching others effortlessly solve problems while your mind struggles. This is just one piece of the puzzle. By the end, you'll discover that true intelligence isn't about quick thinking or test scores, but how will you handle life's uncertainties and adapt to change. It started as a simple question: how do people make decisions? I thought it was straightforward. But then something strange happened. I began to wonder about intelligence and how we measure it. We all know IQ tests, but what if there's more to the story? Wait, something here does not add up. This is the part most people never find out. Traditional models of intelligence might be missing a crucial piece. The idea that only one kind of thinking matters struck me as odd, especially when I started seeing how differently everyone approaches problems. But first, something even more disturbing. There are different types of smartness beyond just logical and mathematical skills. We often overlook emotional or social smarts, the ability to understand others' feelings and navigate relationships effectively. This is the part most people never find out. These nonverbal kinds of intelligence play a huge role in our daily lives but aren't always recognized as equally important. Wait, something here does not add up. How can we ignore this when making decisions about education, career paths, or even personal growth? But first, before we move forward, growth begins the moment we choose to think differently. Welcome to Cognitive Ladder. It started as a simple question about intelligence, how we measure it and understand it. But the answer turned out to be something unthinkable. But why did this happen? Nobody knew. We thought intelligence was just how well you do on tests or solve problems quickly. Yet what if that's only half of the story? Stop. What comes next changes everything. Researchers found a strange pattern: people with high IQ scores sometimes made worse decisions in real life compared to those with lower scores but better judgment skills. That detail will matter. Remember it. It turned out that intelligence isn't just about raw brainpower or test-taking ability. There's more to decision-making than meets the eye. We need both reasoning and emotional understanding, both thinking and feeling, to make good choices. This realization shook up our whole view of what makes someone smart. It's not enough to be a whiz on tests or have all the facts. You also need to understand people, situations, and your own emotions well enough to apply that knowledge in real life. That detail will matter. Remember it. And the closer they looked, the worse it got. Imagine you're building a house with bricks, and each brick represents something we think about intelligence. But what if one of those bricks was actually made from sand? That's exactly where this all started. It began as a simple question: what is intelligence? The mental model nobody taught you, the final truth. This is the part most people never find out. As they delved deeper, every piece fell into place. They found that intelligence isn't just about IQ tests or academic achievements. It's a much broader concept involving how you make decisions and solve problems daily. And this is the part most people never find out. Intelligence also includes emotional understanding, empathy, and adaptability to change. This is groundbreaking because traditional models of intelligence focus only on cognitive skills. And the closer they looked, the worse it got. They realized that many successful entrepreneurs, artists, and scientists use unconventional methods to think creatively. For instance, one famous inventor used a method called random stimulation. Basically, he would toss around objects in his workshop while thinking about problems, which led him to some of his best ideas. The mental model nobody taught you about intelligence started simple. A straightforward idea that challenged everything we knew, but it led us down a path no one saw coming. We thought we had uncovered something profound and undeniable, but what followed turned our entire understanding on its head. It began with clarity, simplifying complex theories into an accessible framework for everyone. Subscribe now, the next part drops very soon. To understand. But as the truth emerged, it was the revelation shattered all previous notions of intelligence, leaving even seasoned experts dumbfounded. It was a warning forewarning you about what's coming next. Get ready for something so mind-blowing and shocking it will change everything. It started as a simple question about intelligence. What makes us smart? We all know the answers they teach in school, but there's more to it than that. And then I found this mental model. Nobody taught you the final truth. It was strange and yet so clear. And there is something else nobody talks about. This new idea changed everything. Stop. What comes next changes everything. It wasn't just a formula or rule, it was a whole different way of thinking. Intelligence isn't just knowing facts, but how you connect them. And there is something else nobody talks about. Intelligence is not fixed. You can grow and develop your mind. Every day brings new challenges that shape us. Stop. What comes next changes everything. It's the choices we make, our habits, even small actions, and there is something else nobody talks about. This mental model isn't just for geniuses, it's anyone who wants to understand their brain better and use its full potential. Stop. What comes next changes everything. It's the realization that your life, every moment of decision-making, can be a journey towards greater intelligence. And there is one small change in thinking. That is all it takes. Start today. One question remains. The most important one of all. Don't miss the next episode, it reveals everything. The next episode goes even deeper. Subscribe so you don't miss it.